Yo everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Tiese and we finally making the tier list. So I've been talking about this for a while. If you have been following the channel, you probably know, like in every single video I say tier list, we're gonna make a tier list and stuff, and we finally doing it. So actually I've been procrastinating to do this because I'm not very good at the game. Like, I'm not the best player, so I kinda get confused with units since I don't have all of him. Like, I literally have what, around 15 4-star units or something like that, except for the free ones. So I'm gonna do my best to make this tier list accurate, but if you have a problem with the tier list, then go fuck yourself. No, honestly, if you have a problem, then just comment down below and we can discuss, I guess. Or even better, you can just make your own tier list. Like, I'll link it in the description, and you can make your own tier list like this. You get those characters and you can make it. But actually, since we get new characters every week, like, this will get outdated very fast, right? So I don't know how I'm gonna keep it updated. I think I'm just keep it updated in the description. Like, right now the latest unit that got released is Dark Yuuki, this one. So if we have more units that got released and they're not in this tier list, then go check the description down below, and I will rank them over there, I guess, or something like that. I'll try to do something to keep it updated, so don't worry, boys. And first, like, don't come at me. Like, I know some of y'all don't read the title and you'll be like, hey, those are not all the characters that are available in the game. We have more characters in the game. What is this? Are you scamming us? No, guys, this is only for break characters, okay? Maybe you didn't read the title, but this is only for break characters. And later on, I'll upload another video for trash characters. Or you know what? If you get this to 100 likes, then I'll upload another video for trash characters. Or actually, I'm gonna upload it anyway, but you can like the video if you want. That would be nice. And later on, after charge tier list, we'll make an ultimate SAO ARS tier list with all the characters, literally all characters, like break characters, charge characters, assault characters, healers, every fucking character. So with that said, let's start, I guess. Well, this is the best timing to start the tier list because we have 6-month anniversary. We even have a pickup ticket. Like, you can pick the unit that you want. Like, you gotta buy it though. You gotta wait for it. You gotta buy it with real money. And in this channel, like, we don't have a lot of whales in the community, right? So if you're a whale, then thank you for keeping the game alive. And I guess this will help you pick a unit with the ticket, like if you bought it. So hopefully this helps, and let's get started. So we start with this Alice, the pre-registration Alice, and I'm just gonna say it, she's garbage. She's pure trash. Don't use her, don't waste your materials on her, just let her rot in your inventory, or I don't know what, just don't use her, don't put her in your team. Like, look, I'm gonna put her on no, but if there was a tier lower than no, I would put her there. Like, she's the worst unit in the game, I'm gonna say it. Like, look, she has an assault skill with provoke effect. That's actually a good skill, to be honest, but she's still bad. She has a break skill, she has a single target, yes, single target, defense buff, single target. Like, right now we have other characters that have the same buff, but it's AoE and stuff, but she still have a single target buff, plus she has an eye patch, so that's a bad thing. Like, what do you mean Alice with eye patch? Are you serious, bamco? We don't want Alice with eye patch, we want healthy Alice, so just no, don't use her. Like, she's literally blind. Okay, I'm just kidding. And I just noticed, but we have so many Alices in the game. Like, look at this, we have eye patch Alice, Lolly Alice, OG Alice, Wind Alice, more Alice, like this light Alice, I think. What the fuck, bamco? So many Alices. Stop with Alices, okay? Seriously, like, I know a lot of people love Alice, but I love her too, to be honest. Okay, you're not bullshit, or actually maybe you noticed, but hold on, I'll give you some time if you did notice. But look at this, don't you notice something like that? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I sorted the units by release date. I'm such a great person that I sorted them with the release date, and it's actually very helpful for some stuff, like to explain the power creep meta in the game. Like, for example, let's take one of the units released early in the game, such as Kirito. This Kirito, like, he just has a basic skill set, like just assault skill to deal damage, break skill, and an AoE defense buff. Then if we take the latest unit, this Yuuki, she has like debuff the skill, she has bonus damage on enemies afflicted with debuffs, she has the same thing on her incarnate, and she even has another debuff on her incarnate. Like, what the heck, so many things. And even the Suguha, like, she has continuous damage, and she has short wait time, and she has bonus damage on enemies afflicted with continuous damage. Like, it's so complicated, but I'm not complaining. It's just that some of the units that got released earlier in the game will get overshadowed by the newer ones, and it's already happening actually, but some other units that got released early in the game are still very good and viable until now. But whatever, like why the fuck am I even talking about this bullshit? Like, let's just do the tier list, right? So we have this Lolly Alice, and she's actually very good. Like, Lolly Alice, she's better than Adult Alice with a patch, with an eye patch. I'm gonna say it. She's way better, even though she's a free character. And in this game, like, free characters are kinda bad. Like, look, just a small example. Like, if you take a free character, you take him to level 100, like you level him up and use materials and stuff, and then you take a level 80 gacha character. Like, the free character, like level 100 free character, will have the same stats as a level 80 gacha character, if not worse stats actually. So you see what I mean? It's kind of a waste to use materials on free characters. But this Alice, she's very good. I recommend using her materials on her. But look, I'm gonna put her on C because she's good, but she's good compared to other free units. But if you compare her to other 4-star units, she's kinda bad, especially stat wise, because her skill set is actually very good. Like, she has an AoE assault skill, a break skill, and an AoE heal with regen effect, so it's actually insane. That's why I put her on C. And actually, C stands for Cathedral. She's very useful for Cathedral. Like, I use her every time I go to the Cathedral. Like, every fucking time there's this Lolly Alice there, like, to clear the easy floors, and she's very useful. So go get her from Ordinal. Like, you can exchange her for 10,000 points, I think, or something like that. So I recommend exchanging for her. Like, first thing you need to do in Ordinal is exchange for this Alice. And I think we can even limit break her with her crystals if you clear some quests. Like, you get her crystals and get her to level 100 with only Alice crystals, Lolly Alice crystals. So go do that. And then we have Roni. So actually, she's very useful. She's very useful. And you see here she has like a blue aura thing. I added that to tell you about the break yell characters. Like, she's a break character, but she's not really a break character. She's a hidden break character because she doesn't have a break ability, but she has a break buff. Like, she can buff other characters' break abilities. Like, for example, if you take Roni and use her break yell on Kirito, then Kirito's break ability will like reduce the enemy's incarnate by a lot. So that's what I mean. She's not a break character, but she's a break character. But she's technically not a break character. Okay, enough bullshit. I'm gonna put her on A. A is the best thing, I guess. Yeah, A is the best thing. Let's put her on A because she's not that good to be put on S compared to some other units, because some other units deserve S. So let's put her on A. Then we have OG Alice, and she's also very useful too. She has an AoE attack. It's very useful in Ordinal. Like, she saves me like so many times in Ordinal. She has a break skill, and she has an AoE defense buff. So she's way better than Eye Patch Alice, that bitch. Eye Patch Alice, she's shit. This Alice, she's very good. I'm gonna put her on A. And then we have Kirito, and he's also very good, just like Alice. He has an AoE defense buff. He has a single target assault skill, and he has a break attack. So he's usually the same as Alice, but rather than having an AoE assault skill, he has a single target skill. So he's more single target oriented, while Alice is more AoE oriented. Like, even her incarnate is AoE, while Kirito's incarnate is single target. But both are very solid units, so I'm gonna put him on A2. He's also a very good tank. Like, his HP is very high. Like, you can get him to around 9,000 or even 1 million if you try hard. I don't know, I never tried doing that, but I think you can do it. Then we have Sortilena, and that's where things started going downhill. Like, it kinda started going downhill from Sortilena because she's kinda underwhelming. Like, she has an assault skill, like single target assault skill with only damage, a break skill with magic defense debuff. That's kinda useful actually, magic defense debuff on break skill, very useful. But she has a single target heal. Like, single target abilities, they're the worst things. Like, especially the ones you cast on allies, like buffs and heals. Like, it's better if you have AoE things like that, like AoE buffs and heals, rather than having single target. Because if she had an AoE heal, she would have been an easy A. But she has a single target heal, so I'm gonna put her on B. And if you don't agree with that, then keep your opinion to yourself. Okay, I'm just kidding. If you don't agree with that, then tell me in the comments, like, why don't you agree with that? Because in my opinion, this is the best thing I can do for Sortilena. So compared to other water units, she's kinda good. Like, other water units are bad. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Water element is kinda bad in this game. It's kinda underrated. Not underrated, but it's just bad, okay? It's just bad. I don't make the rules. And then we have Stasia, and she's also very useful, especially for her heal. Like, look, the huge difference is because of the heal. Like, look, Sortilena has a single target heal, and Stasia has an AoE heal plus magic attack buff for all allies. So that's what makes the difference. If Stasia had a single target heal, I would put her on B, but she has an AoE heal, so I'm gonna put her on A. And with that heal, she has a magic attack buff, so that's an easy A. She also has an assault skill with a magic defense buff for all allies, and the vanilla break skill, like just break, kinda normal. But the most interesting thing is her heal, because if you take a team full of mages and you use that heal, it gives 20% magic attack buff to all allies. You're gonna deal a lot of damage, especially if you use your incarnate. Holy shit, that's gonna deal a lot of damage, so I'm gonna put her on A. Maybe I should put her over here. Like, the ones on the left are stronger than the ones on the right, so I guess I'm gonna put her here. Or maybe Kirito is stronger, I don't know. Let's put her over here. Yeah, let's keep her over here. And then we have the queen, the one and the only, Ides. Ides, OG Ides, the best unit in the game. Like, it's an instant S for me. It's an instant S. Like, she's the fucking queen. Look at this. She has an AoE heal. Like, it deals damage to all enemies, and it heals all allies. She's very clean, especially in ordinal battles. She saved me so many times. Like, it deals damage to all enemies, and it saves your party. Like, it restores almost full HP. I think it restores around 5000 HP or something like that, so she's very useful. She also has a charge yell. No, not charge yell, it's a break yell, not charge yell. She has break yell, so very useful. And she has a normal assault skill to deal damage. Sometimes you can use it to kill an enemy or something rather than using the heal if an enemy is low on HP, so very useful. I recommend trying getting her with the ticket if you don't have her, because she's useful in ordinal, especially in ordinal, and even in cathedral she's very useful. So maybe try getting her with your ticket. I don't know. If you love Ides and she's your waifu, then get her. But if you don't love Ides, then some other units can be better than her. Then you should get those with the ticket. And then we have another Alice. So many Alices in the game. Like, look at this, another Alice. Let's go. So this one is kinda underwhelming too. I think I'm gonna put her on B over here, because look, she has a break skill with a magic attack debuff. She has an assault skill with a magic defense debuff too, and she has an AoE defense buff. Actually, her skill set is kinda good, but her attack is kinda bad. Like, when I used her, I felt like her attack is a bit low. I don't know why. Maybe because I still have her at level 80, but I don't know. But I'm gonna put her on B, okay? And her incarnate is single target, so yeah, let's keep her on B. Then we have the second Ides to get released in the game, and to be honest, she's good. She's good, but she gets overshadowed by the other Ides, the one with the AoE attack. So she gets overshadowed by that one, but she's still a pretty solid unit. So I think I'm gonna put her on A. I'm torn between B or A. B or A. Like, look, she has a lot of gimmicks. Like, look at this. She has break skill with magic defense debuff. She has an assault skill with evade buff, and she has another assault skill with taunt. So she's so fucking useful, actually. I think I'm gonna put her on A. Yeah, she deserves an A. Let's put her over here. Yeah, let's put her on A. And then we have Xenon, GGO Xenon. She's also very useful, though she's a glass cannon. Like, she has very low HP and defense, but her attack, it's so fucking high. That's why she's a glass cannon. She deals a lot of damage, but she can get killed easily, so you need to protect her or do something about her. But she's still very useful, and like, she has a break skill with 20% defense debuff, so very useful, and an assault skill with 10% incarnate charge. That can be useful sometimes too for the incarnate charge. And her third skill is an HP restore with attack buff, I think. Yeah, I think it's an attack buff. So she just needs herself to deal damage. Like, she buffs herself, she heals herself, she debuffs the enemies herself, she charges herself, she does everything herself. So that's an instant A for me. I think she's better than Kirito. Let's put her over here. Yeah, let's put her over here. And then we have another free unit. It's Berkuli. And now I'm between C or no. Like, look, for all the free units, I'm gonna be in between no and C, because they're kinda bad. So I think no for Berkuli, because he has a single target buff just like Eye Patch Alice, but it's a double buff, like it's attack buff and defense buff at the same time, but it's still kinda useless. So his break skill, it's AoE, and AoE skills, we love those, especially on free characters, because they're free. You want to use them on Cathedral, and in Cathedral you want AoE skills, so I think that AoE skill is gonna put him on C. Should we put him on C? And he also have he also has a provoke on his assault, or not assault, actually provoke on his break, I think. AoE provoke, I think it's AoE, right? AoE provoke, so let's put him on C. Yeah, let's put him on C. Then we have Asuna. Oh boy, this Asuna, she's so fucking good, like holy shit, no one's doing it better than her. Like, look at this, she's the fastest unit in the game. Well, actually right now she's not the fastest unit anymore, but she's one of the fastest units in the game with 320 speed. She has like a break skill, pretty basic break skill, but that's not what we're interested in. She has a debuff on her assault skill, 20% defense debuff, and she has an attack buff as her third skill. So that's the skill that you're most interested in, the attack buff and the defense debuff. Those two, they're like her bread and butter. She's so good, and especially like since she has very high speed stats, so she can act very fast. She can start the battle and buff all allies, so very useful. It's an instant C for me, so I mean S, not C, what the fuck. It's an instant S. Very useful unit. And then we have Valentine's Tiese, and to be honest, she's underwhelming. I think it's a B. B for underwhelming. Yeah, she's underwhelming. Maybe over here, like, she has a heal, I think. She has a heal with regen effect. That's kinda good, actually, but her other skills are kinda underwhelming. It's just like a normal assault skill to deal damage and a normal break skill, and that's it. Like, she's underwhelming. Yeah, she's very underwhelming, but her heal is very good. Heal plus regen effect, that's very good. And then we have the Kira. So the Kira, it's an easy S, or maybe should we put her on A? I'm between S and A. So she's a good tank, she's a very good tank. I think we should put her on A, or maybe S. Tell me what you guys think. Would you put the Kira on S or A? S or A? S or A? S or A? Well, she's one of the best fire units and the best fire element tank, so I think we should put her on S. Yeah, let's put her on S. Like, she has 6750 HP. She has the provoke skill, like her break skill is a provoke, like AoE provoke. She has an assault skill. Wait, is it her break skill with provoke or the assault one? I don't really remember. Like, I don't even have the unit. I just checked what she does on the what's it called, the database. So I'll link the database down below, and you can check units. Like, we have all units over there. We have their abilities and their stats and everything. It really helped me to make this tier list. Like, for units that I don't have, I just go check the database and I have everything over there. So I'm not sure if her break skill is AoE or not, but I'm sure she has an AoE skill with taunt, so that skill is very useful. And then she has another skill, and it's a heal. It's a heal for herself and regen effect. Like, look, she's a tank, she can taunt, she can heal herself, she can regen herself, she does everything herself. She doesn't need anyone else. She will tank for herself and she will heal herself by herself. Like, look at this, she's so good. The Kira, your best waifu. I hope you come home someday, because I really want you. And right now I regret not rolling for her because she's so fucking powered. I mean overpowered, so fucking powered. What do I even mean? Well, whatever. So next we have Kirito, Gigio Kirito. Well, at first glance you might think he's good because he has both break and charge skill, but since he has both skills, he's not good at any of them. Like, his charge skill is worse than other characters' charge skills, and his break skill is worse than other characters' break skill, and his third skill is an assault skill, AoE assault skill, but nobody cares about that one because he's a free unit, so his objective is not to deal damage, right? Because his stats are kinda bad. Like, as I said previously, level 100 free unit has the same stats as a level 80 gacha unit, so you don't really want to use them. And he's a big no, okay? He's a big no because he's not good at breaking and he's not good at charging, so just let him rot in the inventory with Eye Patch Alice. Sorry, not sorry, but that's how it works. And then we have ALO Kirito. He's actually very underrated too, like B tier for underrated units. Actually, I'm in between A or B. Like, he's one of the few good water units. Like, maybe we should put him on A. Should we put him on A? Like look, let's talk about his skill set first, then we'll see. Like he has a normal break skill, I think, with a magic attack debuff, and then he has an AoE assault skill with continuous damage, and then he has another assault skill with single target damage, and he deals bonus damage on enemies afflicted with continuous damage. So he can deal continuous damage with an AoE skill, and then he can deal bonus damage on enemies afflicted with continuous damage with another skill. So his skill set is kinda good actually. I think he deserves an A. Yeah, let's put him on A, maybe over here. Or no, he's not better than Stasia, so maybe over here. Yeah, over here. Yeah, here is the best position for him. And then we have Linol, or is it Fizzle? Is that Linol or Fizzle? They're twins, so they look like each other. I think this is Linol, right? And she's a brachial character, so all brachial characters are very good. I think I'm gonna put her on A. Let's put her on A. So she's kind of like, how can I say it? Like she's only useful in some situations because she has a heal ability, but that heal ability, it gives a defense buff to all earth elemental characters. So if you have an earth elemental event, you want to use her every time because she gives a heal plus a defense buff for all the earth elemental characters. So it's actually very useful. But other than that, she doesn't have anything going on for her. Like I think she just has an assault skill to deal damage with no effects, and she has a brachial skill, so maybe B. Yeah, let's put her on B because you want to use her in specific situations. Yeah, let's put her on B. And then we have the Kira. The Kira, she's very good. She's very fucking good. Not as good as... Wait, she's not the Kira. This one is the Sheda. Why did I say the Kira? Maybe because both are knights. Yeah, this one is Sheda, not the Kira. And I was saying she's not as good as the Kira actually, but she's still very good. Maybe A. Yeah, let's put her on A. Over here or over here. Let's put her over here. Like look, she has an AoE attack, so very useful. AoE attacks are always useful, especially in PvP and Cathedral. So AoE attack, but she also deals bonus damage on a single target, so AoE plus some more damage on a single target. She also has a break skill, obviously, since this is a break tier list, like all the characters are break characters. And then her third skill is a heal plus attack buff for herself, so it's actually very useful. She can buff herself, she doesn't need anyone else. She's just like the Kira, like she doesn't need anyone else, she just buffs herself, she deals damage herself, she does everything herself, so she gets an A. And then we have this boy, I forgot his name. Wait, what's his name? It starts with an R. His name starts with an R, but I forgot it. Renry? No, he's not Renry. Hold on, I'm gonna check his name real quick. Wait, he's actually Renry. He's actually Renry. Okay, and to be honest, he's the most underrated unit in the game in my opinion. Look, I'm just gonna put him on S because he literally does the same thing as OS Asuna. Like they literally have almost the same stats, they have the same speed stats, and for characters like them, like buffers, what matters most is the speed stat, and they have the same stats, so they literally have the same skill set. Look at this. Asuna has a break skill, he has a break skill, and his break skill is actually even better than Asuna's break skill because he has continuous damage on it. Asuna has an assault skill with a 20% defense debuff. Renry has assault skill with 20% defense debuff. Asuna has an enhancement skill with attack buff for all allies. Renry has enhancement skill with attack buff for all allies. So literally it's the same skill set. It's the same skill set. They're both very good units. So you can actually use Renry instead of OS Asuna if you don't have her, or you can use OS Asuna if you don't have Renry. They're both very good. So I recommend trying to get one of them with tickets, like either OS Asuna or Renry. So that's my recommendation, okay? But just get your waifu if you want, alright? And then we have another free unit, and it's Xenon. I think she's the first bow character, if I'm not wrong, or maybe Soulless Xenon is the first bow character. Well, whatever, like she's the second or first bow character, and she's a free character, so C for me. Let's put her on C, or maybe no, or C. Yes, C, because she has an AoE attack, so Cathedral for C for Cathedral. She has an AoE attack, like her assault is AoE, she has a basic break skill, and she has a single target heal. Single target heal is kinda bad, but her assault skill is very useful, especially for Cathedral because it's AoE, and it deals bonus damage on a single target. So most bow characters actually have that effect, like AoE attack plus bonus damage on a single target. It's actually very nice. And then we have my queen, the one and only. She's actually a hoe, but she's a queen, okay? She's my queen. Don't call her a hoe, she's my queen. Quinella, my queen, Quinella, queen, okay. That was so weird, Quinella. And I think she deserves an A. I might be a bit biased because I use her every time, but I want to put her on A. So let's put her over here. Like, look, she has an AoE break skill, so AoE skills always useful. She has an assault skill with a bonus charge on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. She has a defense buff as her third skill, and she has continuous damage on her incarnate. So she's very useful. That was very detailed actually because I use her every time. That's why it's detailed. Like, I know everything about Quinella. And then we have Xenon. And look, I'm not even gonna think. I'm gonna put her over here. Just maybe over here actually, because Idas is still very overpowered in the game. She's very fucking overpowered. Maybe over here. Yeah, this is better for Xenon. And this is where the real power creep started. The fucking power creep started with Xenon and like Stasia Asuna, the second Stasia Asuna. Like the fucking power creep, holy shit. Like, look at this. She has a break skill with defense debuff, I think. I'm not sure if it's a defense debuff or attack debuff, but she has a debuff on her break skill. She has an assault skill with what? I don't really remember. Assault skill with the critical damage buff, and that's the fucking power creep. The power creep is that critical damage buff. It's AoE critical damage buff, 20% for all allies, and it's fucking overpowered. When you use your incarnate, you have guaranteed crits on all allies that use their link. Like, you know, when you use your incarnate, you have a link start thing, and all attacks are critical. Well, with this buff, all those attacks will be stronger. So critical damage buff, it's fucking overpowered. And her third skill is a heal, I think. Yeah, it's a heal with another bonus effect. I don't really remember what it does, but as I said previously, go check the database and you'll know what everyone does. Like, we have detailed skills. And now we have Roni. So she's underwhelming. Let her join the underwhelming club. Let's put her over here. So actually, if she had an AoE skill as her break, she would have been an easy A, but she has a single target break, so kinda useless. Because, like, look, it's a single target break, but it heals all allies. It's like Idas, but it only hits one enemy and heals all allies, so it's kinda bad. And other than that, there's nothing special going for her. Like, she just has an assault skill to deal damage and a 15% magic attack buff for all allies, if I remember correctly. So nothing special going for her. Kinda underwhelming. And another free unit, Kirito, and he joins the Cathedral Club, of course. Let's put him over here. Like, he's a break character, like a break yell character, but his break yell, it's not as strong as other break yells. Like, other characters have, I think, 2.5% increase or something like that. Not 2.5, I think it's 2.5 increase. Like, it's times 2.5 increase, but the Kirito only has double, so it's kind of weak. Like, actually, his skill is called the Break Rower, not Break Yell. So Break Rower is weaker than Break Yell, but he's still kinda useful, especially for win teams. Like, when we had the wing drinking event, he was very useful because he has a heal, but with his heal, he has an effect that gives physical res buff for all wind elemental allies. So he's very useful for wind elemental compositions, but other than that, you don't really want to use him. He also has an AoE assault skill, that's why I put him on C, because for Cathedral, you want AoE attacks, and we put him on C because of that. And then we have this boy, or is it a girl? I really don't know, is it a boy or a girl? I am confused. Let's call him, or her, is it a he or a she? Well, whatever, like, let's call him a she, okay? It's a she for me, it's a she, I don't care. And if it's a he, don't tell me in the comments, I'ma just say it's a she. So I'm gonna put him on C actually, maybe over here, because he does have an AoE attack. So over here, and he has an AoE heal. That's the good thing about him. He has an AoE heal with stun recovery. He has an assault skill with defense debuff, just like OS Asuna actually, but the only same thing is the assault skill, but the other things are kind of bad for him. And his break skill is just a basic break skill. I think he has some debuffs on it, like magic attack debuff or something like that. Like, most break skills have a debuff like that, like magic attack debuff or magic defense debuff. Not magic defense, maybe attack debuff. Yeah, either magic attack debuff or attack debuff on break skills. And then we have Yu-Gi-Oh! So actually, he's also very underrated. I think I'm gonna put him on A. Okay, let's put him on A, maybe over here. Yeah, let's put him over here. Like, in PvP, he fucks me up every time. Like, he has an AoE attack, it's super strong. Like, he has a break skill, obviously. And then he has an AoE assault skill. And that AoE assault skill also deals continuous damage. And then he has a single target skill. And it deals bonus damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. He literally can one-shot you if you have continuous damage, so he's very overpowered actually. I don't know why he's that underrated, but he's also very strong, so stop sleeping on Yu-Gi-Oh, please. This Alice, she's so bad. She literally only has 2 skills. I'm gonna be honest, she only has 2 skills. I think I'm gonna put her on B, like over here. Like, look, her 3rd skill is a debuff. But the debuff only works on dark elemental enemies. So if there are no dark elemental enemies, it's not gonna do shit. You literally can't use it because it's not gonna do anything. So she literally only has 2 skills if there are no dark elemental enemies. You see what I mean? Like, she has an assault skill to deal damage and a break skill, and that's it. And her debuff skill, you can't use it because you don't have any dark elemental enemies. So you can only use her if like you have a dark elemental event or something like that. So she's kinda underwhelming, sadly. But don't worry, we have other Alices and they're good. We have this Silica, and she's also underwhelming? I really don't know, is she overwhelming or underwhelming? I think she's underwhelming. Yeah, she's kinda underwhelming. She's a water unit and she's kinda bad. Like, yeah, she has the break skill, she has the magic attack buff for all allies, and she has an assault skill with continuous damage, if I remember correctly, or something like that. I think I'm gonna put her over here. Yeah, over here is better. Like, she's underwhelming, but she's not as underwhelming as those 3 characters. So she's still kinda good. Then we have Shoda Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's actually very good for a free unit. Even though his stats are bad, obviously, because free unit, he's still very good, especially for Cathedral, because he has an AoE attack, so break skill as usual, and an AoE attack with continuous damage, and another single target attack, if I remember correctly, but that attack deals bonus damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. So even though he's a free unit, he has gimmicks with continuous damage, so I really like that. Like, good job, Bamco. And then we have Suguha. Suguha, she's waifu. I'm just gonna put her on S because she's waifu. No, I'm just kidding. Like, even though she's waifu, she also has very good skills and very good stats. So I'm gonna put her on A. Maybe over here. Over here. Yeah, she's better than Kirito in my opinion. Let's put her over here. Yeah, let's put her over here. Like, she also has gimmicks. Like, she has a break skill with magic attack debuff, I think. She has an assault skill with continuous damage and also short wait time, so you can literally use that skill and act right after using it. So have 2 turns in a row if you want. And then her other assault skill is normal assault skill, but it deals bonus damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. So she can deal continuous damage with 1 skill, and she can deal bonus damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage with another skill. And on her incarnate, she can deal the same effect. Like, she deals bonus damage on enemies inflicted with continuous damage. Like, she's so overpowered. Like, look, if you look at the picture, I only broke her twice, but she hits so hard for me. Like, I think at level 100 she can hit harder. So she's very overpowered. And now the last unit, Yuuki. So unfortunately she didn't come home, but I didn't really want her. I wanted Asuna, and Asuna came home, so whatever. And I think I'm gonna put her on S over here. Or no, over here. Soul Sinon is very overpowered, so maybe over here. Actually, Soul Sinon is more overpowered than Iris. It goes more like this. Yeah, it's better like this. So let's do it like this. And this Yuuki, like, look, her gimmicks, they're insane. Like, look, she has a debuff. It's 10% magic defense debuff and 10% defense debuff. But I can't talk. Hold on, let's do that again. It's 10% defense debuff and 10% magic defense debuff on one enemy actually. But if the enemy is light elemental, it would become a 20% debuff, like 20% magic defense debuff and 30% defense debuff. So it's very useful. She has a break skill and she has an assault skill with bonus damage on enemies inflicted with debuffs. So she actually very overpowered, and I forgot to mention it, but on her debuff she has short wait time, so you can literally act right after using your debuff, like to deal bonus damage with her assault. Like, debuff, then use her assault, and she deals bonus damage. She even has an assault skill, and not an assault skill, an incarnate skill I mean. She has an incarnate skill with bonus damage on enemies inflicted with a debuff, and that incarnate skill also inflicts a physical defense debuff. I know that's so many things, but that's how the game works, okay? That's power creep. That's the latest unit, and she's so overpowered actually. And with that, we're done with the tier list. Holy shit. It's my first time making a tier list, and this is so tiring. Like right now, my voice is freaking dead. Holy shit. So tell me what you think about this. I think this is the closest thing to a perfect tier list, I guess. I really don't know, but tell me if you like it or not. Like what should we change about the tier list? Like go do your own tier list too if you want in the description. Like go click on the link and make your own tier list. And I guess we're done for today's video, so stay tuned for the charge tier list and the ultimate tier list, SAO ARS ultimate tier list. And I guess I'll see y'all in the next video, so don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel for more gaming related content and SAO ARS content. Comment down below, ring the notification bell, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys!